Hello everybody. So, show who we have here.
Great, gentlemen.
Venla, Urho and Oma. Oma is visiting us from the Netherlands. Hello. Hi. It's very sunny, so I'll have difficulty seeing the comments. That's already first off, and then I'll show you where we are here. Oh, Venla, kun je even, Urho, kun je even uit de auto mijn handschoenen pakken? Die ben ik vergeten mee te nemen. We are at the lakeside. Hey. Yeah, oh yeah, so that's maybe I should start from there. So Rita is not with us today. She had other things to tend to. So she couldn't make it today. That's why me and the kids and Oma are doing the broadcast today. And we are here at the frozen lake, but as you see there is a bit here there's a through stream from one lake to the other lake under the bridge here. So there's an open bit here. Hey John. So there's an open bit here, and there's swans in there. So I will cross the street in a moment, and I will show you people the swans swimming here. Ja, ja. Als jij maar even met oma daar naartoe loopt, naar het hekje, dan stik ik hier weer de straat over.
Sitten mä pääsin selittämään niitä lore-hommia.
Oh ja, ja.
Eli Urho voi mennä. Oh my god.
I will definitely tell Rita you said hello. It is afternoon here. Yeah, I know it's morning in most of your places. I think it's safe to cross from here. So.
Sitten jos autoja tulee, niin pitää kyllä varoa.
Yeah, but die zien ons in ieder geval vandaag. Look. So, how do I zoom with this? I thought like this, but that doesn't work. Okay, it's clear that I'm not as experienced with this as Rita is. So here we have swans, and normally swans in the middle of the winter, they wouldn't be here in most places. It's a beautiful day here. It's sunny. There's a very thin shade, how you said it? A very thin veil of clouds at the moment, but it's mainly beautiful weather at the moment. And so here's swans. So the swans, they are moving birds normally. They would move to the south for the winter. But for some reason already, for several generations apparently, there are swans here that do not move. They do not migrate. They stay here during the whole winter. There's of course a nice open bit here where they can swim. And here they are, or winter hardy birds. And this is a couple, most likely. So Wendla is going to tell you a couple of interesting things about swans.
Yeah, well, first of all, swans are Finland's national birds. And they've been in Finland's history for a really long time, and have been a really big part of Finnish history.
They even found cave paintings.
Yeah,
didn't
exactly.
They? Cave paintings of swans in like old caves.
Yeah, well, of course, cave paintings. But yeah, so swans are a really big part of Finnish mythology, and they are a part they symbolize the sort of the bit between life and death. So in the Finnish mythology, there's Tuonela, which is tuonpuoleinen. So the place after, I guess, or the other side, which means death and the place where you go when you die. And there's the Tuonelanjoki, which is the river that goes from our life to the other life, and swans are in that river and sort of symbolize
the birds of purgatory.
Sort of, yeah. But swans, so laulujoutsen, a certain type of swan, so the singing swan, I guess, are the national bird of Finland. Valhalla. Well,
yeah, that's a different the old Finnish mythology and the Norse, so the Norwegian and Swedish mythology is different. A lot of people don't know that, but it is. There's certain things that are in common. but there is big differences. Yeah, like Valhalla is not a Finnish tradition.
Yeah. First of all, Finland and the language in general has sort of evolved on its own, and because
Finland is not Scandinavia.
yeah, Finland is not Scandinavia. Finland's language is Finno-Ugric. How do you pronounce it? Finno-Ugric.
Finno-Ugric language. Yeah.
So, like, the closest living relatives for Finnish language are Estonian, Hungarian, and Sami. So there aren't many living relatives in the language.
So Estonian and Sami are very close, and then Hungarian is somewhere out there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so
the swans.
The swans. So yes, they are a very big part of Finnish mythology, and I can explain a bit more about the.
They're also the national bird of.
Yeah, I already
Kun je
said.
lezen wat daar staat?
Sorry, I've been binge watching The Last Kingdom. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, so in that, because in that mythology, then again, Finns are nothing but slaves, workers. Yes. I'm going to walk a little bit towards the lake here. The swans are just swimming up and down. I'll walk a little bit that way.
Finnish mythology is like quite diverse and quite a very, of course, different from Norse mythology and stuff like that. But there are quite everything, like every part of nature has its own spirit and own spirits, usually more than just one. But for instance, there's like the king of the forests and everything, and many animals represent different parts and like different spirits. So, like for instance, bears, so like brown bears, are represent the king of the forests, and there are many different spirits. So, for instance, there's
But quickly in between for Damon and other people that just tuned in. So we are here on a bit of lake because it's winter here in Lapland. We are in Lapland, 200 kilometers north of the Arctic, and this is a frozen lake. But because there's a river coming in here, or actually I think going out here. There's an open bit here, and there's actually swans here that are, so normally swans are migratory, but these swans have decided several generations ago that they won't. So there's every winter there is swans here just staying here the whole winter, and Venla is telling about the significance of swans in Finnish culture
and mythology,
yes,
and not just swans but other animals
yeah,
as
and
well.
other animals as well, yes.
For instance, bears
Yes.
are a big part.
Yeah.
And what was mikä oli se hauki? Mikä on hauki englanniksi?
Hauki, pike.
Pike, yes.
The fish.
The fish pike, yes. Pikes are also quite important. For instance, in Kalevala, which is the Finnish national book, which is like, it has lore. It has like, it's a big thing. Yeah, it's a really big book. And there are also simpler versions of it.
And there is a massive, where is this streamed?
Huh?
Where is this streamed?
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, so is this on YouTube or?
As well, yes.
Okay, so just a massive pike.
What?
Well, I would have said a massive F pike. But...
okay, a massive pike, yes.
Yeah.
No, but oh, by the way, for the people, this is Venla and Urho, or teenagers, and there's my mother standing on the roadside. So
usually these streams would be more professional, but because our mom is away, so like,
yes,
we're just here.
Right. But yes, so beautiful swans in the lake here, swimming.
But yeah, I was going to explain more about the pikes and Kalevala.
So first of all, Kalevala. So I've already noticed that there's several people. There's several people here that are interested in Norse mythology. So if you are interested in Norse mythology, definitely Google Kalevala.
It's
Um,
not Norse mythology.
no,
It's
no, no,
Finnish
no. But
mythology.
it's well, it's yes. So that's Finnish mythology, and that's definitely. If you're interested in Norse mythology, then that would definitely be very, 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 very interesting to read.
Yeah, although Kalevala in Finnish is written in a weird way, in a sort of poetic, sort of unique to Kalevala.
Yeah,
And like Finnish runolaulanta. Runolaulanta is a way of poetic like singing,
yeah, it's very
singing
difficult to
poems.
translate.
Yeah.
Kun jij lezen wat er staat?
On the boss is out trouble. The boss is out trouble.
Well, the boss is out, yes, but I think we're doing a good job here. So
Well,
showing
actually,
you
job
showing you the
at
swans.
least.
Yes.
Yeah, but I was still explaining Kalevala.
Yeah, sorry. Helena was
Yeah.
explaining Kalevala. Hou maar even de telefoon vast. Zeg maar.
Yeah. So where was I? Yeah. So runolaulanta. Yeah, you should definitely, if you can read a simple like translated version of Kalevala, that would be great. For instance, there is Koirien Kalevala, which is like Kalevala of dogs, and you can find that also in English. If you Google for Koirien Kalevala by mikä se
Mauri
kirja?
Kunnas.
Mauri Kunnas. Koirien Kalevala by Mauri Kunnas.
Mä ei tiedä, miten se kirjoitetaan.
No, I know, but you can try to Google it. I don't know. I don't have the energy to explain how it's written, but like you
Venla,
can.
you are very
Well,
lazy.
you can explain it.
Just Kalevala is like K-A.
Levala, and if you search for that, you can probably find Koirien Kalevala by Mauri Kunnas, which is a simpler version of Kalevala.
Written for kids.
Yeah, written for kids, but like, and
Oh,
it has pictures also.
Very useful.
You can't believe that it isn't frozen. Yeah, this is the only part of this lake that isn't frozen, and that's because there's a bridge there. This is a stream, so this like will melt much sooner than every other part of the lake.
because
I mean,
like-
you can see the rest of the lake because there's a bridge there, but like this will still continue more that way. But yeah, so swans in Kalevala and pike is also pike, bear, swans. Those are all big parts of Finnish mythology, and these parts of Finnish mythology also find their way into Kalevala, which has like yeah,
Because Kalevala is just like a collection of all those mythologies.
not all those
Or-
mythologies,
yeah, right,
but
right. So yeah,
old
all
old
the, like,
poems and old stories.
just put into one book
Because
by one guy.
one guy thought, an old Finnish guy thought in the 1800s that all these like sung poems that he had
Heard.
heard were a part of one big story, which wasn't true. But he thought that, so he went around Finland listening to these old rambling runolaulajat, so like poem singers, and wrote all of those together, and that's how Kalevala was born. And that has like stories about Tuonela, which is like the afterlife in Finnish mythology, for instance. And yes, quite beautiful views, and very informative broadcast. Yeah, thanks. It would be much more informative if I like if my mom was here, because she could like explain things more. How would I say it?
Coherently.
Coherently. But yeah, thanks. It is quite beautiful here. You can see many tunturis, so like big hills here. We are close to Pallas and Ylläs, which are really big tunturis here in
Yes.
Lapland.
I guess would be like the translation.
Yeah.
Vergele.
Urho's foot sank into the snow. There are like, there's at least 1 meter of snow here right now.
Yeah. At least.
At least. Yeah, but it's already like spring is coming, so it's going to melt. And like, look, the sun is up finally. I mean, the sun is like, we live
What
in
even
the
is the sun?
yeah, we live above the Arctic Circle, like 200 kilometers above the Arctic Circle, and like here, up here, there's at least 1 month of time when the sun doesn't come up at all.
Yeah, but then during the summer it just doesn't go down.
Yeah, so there's the nightless night, as we call it. So yötön yö,
The midnight sun.
the midnight sun. Yes, that too. You are getting daylight. Yes, finally. It's been a long time.
Yeah, and soon we'll also get nightlight.
Pispalan Picasso says looks like summer. Well, if this is what,
Well.
yeah, well, yeah, sure. If this is what you call sand, then yes. But like, it's still quite cold. Well, not that cold. It's only like +2 Celsius degrees, so it's quite warm
Summer
now.
weather.
Yeah, yeah. How long is your day? Well, it's getting longer and longer right now. So like,
right now about like 24 hours.
what? No,
Yes.
Yeah.
Geen gedoe. Ja.
Mikä on, kuinka pitkät päivä on tällä hetkellä?
Aika pitkä.
Joo, mutta niinku.
Daglicht is meer dan 12 uur al.
Yeah, daylight is already more than 12 hours now, and it's getting longer and longer now. Is water streaming there because it is not frozen? The water, yeah,
Well, isn't
There's-
it like the other way around?
yeah. It's not frozen because the water is streaming here. I mean, the rest of the lake is frozen, but because there's a stream here, it melts much faster. Because this is the part where two lakes are connected. So wait, I'll show you the other side of the lake.
Ja, maar het funny is there is not frozen at all. There is not.
No one can
there
hear
is
you.
Frozen. There is completely frozen. Oh no, there over there it's also.
Yeah, there is the other lake.
Komt u maar.
The sky is beautiful. Yeah, a thin veil of like clouds, but otherwise, really. So there is the other lake. There's a small part. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a small part there. Yeah, I could go there, but I don't want to. There's a small part there that's not frozen, and there's a stream there.
Yeah, well, I can
Warm enough
also-
for a polar bear swim. Yeah, if there were any here, sure.
Yeah, but I can go show the like unfrozen part.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess that's gonna do it.
Kijk waar je heen zwaait met je telefoon.
Ja,
We
no,
gaan
that's
het uitzenden. Aha, zo. Alright. Hey Timo. Menla, kom even lezen wat hier staat. Because it's sunny and because of my eyesight, I can't see what people write. So Menla has to read for me.
After spring eclipse, the days in Lapland are already longer than in the other parts of Europe.
Now they're already longer, yeah. Because we already have more daylight now, but especially after the spring eclipse, it's going to be completely go crazy. Hey Timo, yeah. So Rita is not here today. We are doing this with me, the kids, and my mother. Look, this is where the So that is where the swans are. Even goed uitkijken, hè. That's where the swans are, and here's the bridge. And this is where the water goes into the next lake. And there's actually more swans over there on that bit.
There's like one swan.
Well, there's one swan there, yeah, but there might be more that we don't see. But there's at least one swan over there. You can see that there's a lot of people walking here to see the swans. There's nicely trampled trails. With that? Yeah. Kids are looking at how shallow the water is under the bridge. This is what we call in Finnish a koski. Yeah, Rita's doing well, no problem. She's just... kijk hem. Oh yeah, we do that probably next week, moving the clocks ahead. If we still do it. Yeah, swans, you don't want to come too close to them. They can get aggressive if you come to the spots. And this is the bridge connecting the lakes here. It's funny sitting here next to this little stream of water here makes me already feel like summer, because here in Lapland this is actually a very uncommon sight in the winter time.
There's usually like around here, there's still snow until like May or even summer, like June.
So what do you mean, Timo? What is appropriate behavior for Finnish national birds to stay here? Yes, probably is. Although I think a lot of Finnish national people actually go to the Canaries in the winter time, but so I don't know what is more appropriate, to stay here or to go to the south. But yeah, about swapping the clocks. To guard their own privacy. Yeah, that is definitely, yes, yes. Or having their own space. It's very Finnish to have your own space and don't want people in there. And yeah, the water levels go up quite dramatically. Not so much here in these lakes, but in general in the rivers, the water levels can go up really considerably in the springtime when the snow melts. And the clocks changing. It's of course now in the 24-hour economy that we have. It's less significant to change the clocks because people do anything at all times anyways. So it's not so that you need to sort of preserve the daylight for that. Terve! Kaloja? En ole nähnyt.
Ai nähnyt mitä?
Koskikara.
Kara, anteeksi. No ei ole nähnyt, joo.
Täällä on tänään näkynyt vain joutseneja tai pikkulinkoja.
So this bridge is from 1970, didn't know that either, now I know.
Täällä on tänään näkynyt 3 joutsenta.
Oh yes, yeah, what Timo says, definitely. And anyways, the flooding here in Kittila is every year, like they've just been building new dams next to Ounasjoki in Kittila to make the damage of the floods less. To make the damage of the floods less, because it was creating trouble. So now there's new dams all along the Ounasjoki river in Kittila. Well, it's also a cause of climate change. And here you see a beautiful lonely skiing trail. It's clearly been used by several people. Nicely cutting through the white snow. So, hey people, kan iemand even voorlezen wat daar staat, die onderste?
In school out for spring break now.
School, yeah.
We but now it's already Sunday, so tomorrow we already have school.
The kids
but
go
like...
back to school tomorrow, but it was out for spring break. Oh, sorry. Mitä ogen sanoit? Pain.
Yes.
because school starts again. Hey, I think we are going to quit this broadcast. We've shown the swans, we've shown the beautiful blue sky. I think now people also understand why the Finnish flag is white and blue. Toch? Yeah. It's like this white and blue. White and blue is a very important part of the landscape here. So we are going to end this broadcast. Thank you very much for joining us in watching the swans. We'll leave you with the swans as well, I guess. We are going to, there's a bit further here, there's a reindeer herder who has a cafe where he's serving nice pastries and good coffee. So we are going to go there, have some coffee with my mother and the kids. Don't let Rita know the tweet as well, why not? Well, I think she will be proud and happy that we did manage to do the job. So, alright, so I'll leave you guys with the view on the lake here. I'll tell greetings to Rita from all of you. And I say bye bye.